This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, how there, ho there. Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. There's no on this day for today, July the 3rd, but there's a birthday boy. He is 52 years old today. He is a Finnish hockey player who played in the Finland League, the Finnish Elite League, before going to the NHL to join the Jets, the old Jets, not the current Jets, Ducks, Sharks, and Avalanche. He's nicknamed the Finnish Flash. The highest-scoring Finn in NHL history with over 1,457 points. He holds numerous records for the Winnipeg/Arizona franchise and the Anaheim Ducks franchise as number 8, retired by the Ducks. And he was the second Finnish player elected to the Hockey Hall of Fame after Jari Kurri. He is Timo Selanne. Timo actually has a twin brother, Pavel, which is kind of weird. So anyway, Selanne was pretty good, but he was determined to play for Jul3 in the Finnish Elite League. They take their hockey very seriously in Finland. Anyway, after spending a one-year stint with the Finnish Defense Forces automatically, because of at the time, he went to Jul3 to play with them. And in 1988, the Winnipeg Jets were so impressed by his performance, they decided to put him 10th overall, making him one of the highest drafted Finns of all time. He was the first non-American or Canadian to be drafted. The first player was Minnesota's Mike Modano. Quebec had 2 picks in the top 5, and they both bottomed out. Curtis' decision was okay, but he wasn't potential. And Daniel Dory. Don't talk to me about Daniel Dory. Ugh. Pittsburgh went with Darren Shannon 4th overall, and that didn't work out so well. They traded him to Buffalo for the rights for Tom Barrasso. Right? The Leafs took Scott Pearson. Ugh. LA took Martin Shelina. Okay, that's fine. And Shelina was traded to Edmonton, part of the Gretzky trade. Blackhawks took Jeremy Roenick. St. Louis took Rod Brind'Amour, good idea. And Winnipeg took Timo Selanne. So, that was a good move. Selanne had to go back to Finland owing to his military service. He could have been with the Jets. But anyway, he played for Jul3, helped them win the 1991 championship, Finnish League championship. The Jets had a philosophy to allow their European draft picks to develop in their native countries, but they wanted to bring him to Winnipeg. There were rumors that he wouldn't be with the Jets because he was considered a restricted free agent, as he not signed a contract when he chose to play North America for '93. Calgary actually gave him an offer sheet when they heard about that. Unfortunately for them, Winnipeg said, screw it, we're matching the offer. So Selanne made his debut and got 2 assists in his first game against the Red Wings. 2 nights later, he beat Jeff Hackett of the San Jose Sharks for his first career NHL goal. But Selanne was just getting started. He had 11 goals in his first 12 games in the NHL. Mike Bossy's insurmountable goal scoring by a rookie, the record, was 53 back in 1978. Selanne surpassed it heavily with an amazing goal against the Quebec Nordiques, in which he flipped the puck up and then he shot and scored it, and then did the famous celebration with throwing his hockey glove up in the air and shooting it down. And then weeks later, he would break Peter Stastny's points record in a single season. Selanne would end up being with 76 goals and 132 points. His 76 goals actually tied Alex McGillney for the league lead in 1993. Wow. And Selanne took 5th in scoring with 132 points. Wow. The Jets got to the first round, but Vancouver was ready for them. Selanne easily won the Calder Trophy. But it was a stacked class. I mean, Joe Juneau was a great rookie. Felix Potvin was in his rookie year. Wow. So anyway, Selanne's offensive production would decline despite all that. He actually scored his 100th career goal in 130 games. Just one back of Mike Bossy for that mark. Selanne did okay, but unfortunately he missed the final 33 games because of a severed Achilles tendon. What would have been if Selanne had been healthy? And then midway through the 96 season, the Jets decided to trade him to Anaheim. The Ducks sent Chad Kilger, Oleg Tverdovsky, and a third-round pick to Winnipeg to get Selanne. It was shocking. Selanne was leading the team in scoring. Winnipeg was coming close to the playoffs. And yeah, of course, the threat of relocation happened. Anyway, Selanne said that he adjusted and did pretty well for the Ducks. He thought the Ducks could do so well and all that. Selanne helped the Ducks do well from 96 to 2001. He did become the first Rocky Richard Trophy winner for most goals in the league. And he once was the finalist for the Hart Trophy for League MVP and League Bean for Gentleman League Player. Selanne was the leading scorer for the Ducks in 2001 at the time. However, Anaheim was in last place in the Western Conference and figured they needed to give Selanne a chance to win a cup. So they chose to trade him in 2001 to the San Jose Sharks for Jeff Friesen, Steve Shields, and a second-round pick. Unfortunately, he had to go through minor surgery to remove loose cartilage in his knee. Anyway, the move actually worked out for the Ducks as well. When the Ducks went through their 2003 playoff run, Jeff Friesen was a big part of it. He almost went from San Jose to New Jersey, but he exercised a no-trade clause. He could have won the Stanley Cup. And then he decided to sign a one-year, $5 million contract with the Avalanche instead of staying with San Jose for a couple years. And he was joined by Paul Kariya. So Kariya and Selanne decided to sign with the Avalanche together, trying to give him the Stanley Cup and all that. But it was disastrous. Selanne was relegated to Colorado's fourth line, and he would have knee problems. So Colorado got rid of his contract, and I believe Kariya's contract too. But anyway, Selanne would then head back to Anaheim to sign a one-year, $1 million contract. But his resurgence paid off. He scored his 1,000th point in 2006, scored 40 goals, 90 points, and was actually the Bill Masterton Trophy for dedication and perseverance. So anyway, Anaheim had high expectations. Selanne was given another one-year deal for $3.7 million this time. He would score 500 goals for his career in a game against Colorado, becoming the second Finnish player in the 36th NHLer ever, and he got his 1,000th game. So yeah, he did his job. Selanne was just that damn good. And he helped the Ducks win the 2007 Stanley Cup, taking down Minnesota, Vancouver, Detroit, and Ottawa. It was sentimental. He would score 15 points in that playoff run. In 5 games, they took down the Ottawa Senators, and Selanne finally got to race the Stanley Cup. He was unsure if he should retire, but he decided to return January 2008. And Selanne broke Paul Kariya's record for most points by a Duck in a career. Selanne would sign a couple-year contract. He got his 600th goal in 2010 against the Avalanche. And April 2nd, 2010, he beat Jari Kurri's mark from career goals by a Finnish player. He looked pretty good. He would score 80 points in 2011 as a player over the age of 40. Only Gordie Howe and Johnny Busick did better than him. Anyway, Selanne did his job and all that. And Selanne in 2012 became the oldest player in NHL history to play all of his team's games in a regular season. The all 82-game season, 66 points. The funny thing was that when Winnipeg got their franchise back via Atlanta, when Anaheim went to Winnipeg to play, Selanne was loudly cheered. Every Duck player was booed after that. Selanne decided to retire in 2014. All that. And he was the last NHL player to wear a Jofa helmet. Internationally, he won silver at the 2006 Olympics in Torino. 3 bronzes, 98, 2010, and 2014. World Championship silver 99, losing to the Czech Republic. And took bronze in 2008. Finland surprisingly takes second in the 2004 World Cup of Hockey. And he did what he could. At 43, he became the oldest player to win a medal in Olympic hockey when he was part of the bronze medal Sochi team. But it was broken by compatriot Selanne in 2018. But he's an Olympic hockey legend who never said no to the Olympics for Finland. He has a lot of records for the Jets/Coyotes franchise and the Ducks, of course. They're going to tell me, or will they? Yeah, they'll tell me later. But anyway, personal life. He and his wife have 4 children. Emil, E2, Levi, and Vera. They're in California by Orange County. He is really well respected. Anyway. Selanne actually entered the World Rally Championship twice. And tried to hide it, but he got a massive fine for stuff. So anyway, 684 goals, 1,457 points in 1,451 regular season games for the Jets, the Ducks, the Sharks, the Avalanche. And then 88 points in 130 playoff games, including that 2007 Stanley Cup. So he was the Calder winner for Rookie of the Year 93, Rocket Richard winner 99, Masterton 2006, Stanley Cup champion. He holds the record for most goals and points by rookie, what he did in 93, which will probably never be approached again. It's hard to get 60 goals in a season now. He holds the record for goals and points by a Finnish-born player, not assists, which is weird. The Jets/Coyotes record for most goals in a single season, most points in a single season. The Ducks record for goals, assists, and points in his career. So, yeah, and most points in Olympic competition. I never would have thought it was Team Selanne. But yeah, the Finnish Flash does all. A big peace sign. Anyway, I'm Jump Diving, I do.